Hi. Hi, everyone. How are you? Hey, it's me. How are you? How's your Sunday going? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a fantastic day wherever you are or evening. So, this is an urgent message. I don't know who needs to hear it, but I've titled this impromptu. I wouldn't call it a reading. Maybe it is a reading, but it's a reminder. And I felt very strongly that I needed to uh, remind you of something. Okay. So I'm going to have a little conversation with you. I just had my dinner. I just had my dinner. Um, so, how are you? I hope you're doing well. I just took all my makeup off, so I don't have any makeup because I'm just about to go to bed. I know I look a little gaunt, as somebody commented on my previous video. As you all know, I've lost a lot of weight. So my face has also lost weight. So I'm not sick. I just lost a lot of weight because I was fat before. So don't worry, I'm fine if you're wondering. Some of you are like, are you okay? I'm good. I'm very good. These garbage bags behind me, I'm going to be donating some clothes, some abayas and hijabs because I have too many of them. So those bags, don't mind them in the background. So this is a reminder. I'm not going to stay on here long because my phone is about to die, but I felt that somebody needs to hear this message. And this is why I'm on here. Just as I go before I go to bed, I'm on here to talk to you. So what is this about? Well, this is about the news cycle that we're in, okay? I don't know if you remember, but I mentioned to you all that we're in a completely new, this is a new era. We're in a new cycle now, okay? This is not 2025, this is not 2024, this is not 2023. This is not even 2020, okay? This is a completely new cycle. So, the message that I want to mention to you, and it's a very important message, and I want you to remember this message. I don't care what you're doing in your life, how your life is going, good, bad, ugly. This is a new era. So, the reason why I've come on here is because what I've noted lately, and it's a global issue, it's not just a one country issue. I'm not going to say, it's just the States or it's just Europe. It's just, the G7 countries. This is a global issue that we're facing now, okay? So the issue is connected to your life and it's connected to relationships. First of all, I want to mention a lot of people are breaking up now. A lot of people are divorcing, breaking up, having problems in their family. They are having personal issues, depression, suicidal. Like, there's a lot of issues that are coming up. Like, there's a lot of demons that are coming out, okay? Especially now because you see, it was a little bit dormant, right? Like at the beginning of the year, you didn't feel anything. You thought, oh, this is just going to be another year like 2025. Nope, it's not going to be like another year like 2025. So, what's happening this year, okay, is there's going to be a lot of conflict. There's going to be a lot of issues that come to the surface. There's going to be a lot of conflict, arguments, people that blow up on you or you blow up on them. And the reason why this is happening, and this is a reminder, it's because we're in a new cycle. You see, when you continue to hold on to things that are not meant for you, when you continue to hold on to relationships, friendships, family members, partners, Not even just people, but situations in your life that you know are not in alignment with you. You know, when something is not in alignment with you and you continue to try to make it work, you try to force the situation, and you ask yourself, why is my life not moving forward the way that it needs to? I'm going to explain to you why your life is stagnant. It's because you keep holding on to the things that are not meant for you. And it's a big issue. And it causes conflict, and it causes depression, and it causes all this sadness. And this is why I do this channel. A lot of you come on here and you hate me at first. I've had plenty of people hate me and say they can't stand me because I shed a light on their demon. I shed a light on the things that you keep ignoring, that you keep pretending are not an issue in your life, particularly relationships. So, what's happening now, what triggered this message, to be honest with you, I have neighbors living above me, and I literally witnessed a domestic fight above me. Like the man was screaming at the woman, like literally. So, it's none of my business. Your business is your business. But like, it's not the only conflict, right? I've also been looking online. There's people that are getting divorced, conflict. So I want you to understand why this is happening. I want you to understand. So if this is happening to you in your life, if you're on the brink of divorce, or you're breaking up, or you have issues with your friends, or whatever the case may be, maybe issues in your job, it's because something that is not a part of your new path is showing you. It's showing you this is not for you. And the more you ignore the situation, the harder your life is going to become. So this is a reminder to those of you, especially those of you who are moving to the next part of your life, your evolution. When I talk about evolution, I'm talking about the cycles of life. Okay, there's something called cycles of life. And I'm not going to say that I am a stranger to issues in life. I'm definitely a human, and I definitely have gone through shit in my life. And if you've been on my channel for many years, you're going to know my story. Somebody said, stay single. Yeah. And even if you're in a relationship, you should have your own thing going on. You shouldn't always be attached to somebody and, projecting onto that person, because some people, they have demons and they have issues within themselves, and they like to be in relationships with other people because they have somebody to project onto. When people come on my channel and they start talking down to me or saying this and that about me, it doesn't bother me. You know why? Because I know who I am, and I know how people are. There's a lot of people out there, they're very sick. There's a lot of sick, psychologically inept people outside. So it doesn't bother me when somebody is narcissistic towards me, or when they're putting me down, or they're saying things that they shouldn't be saying to me, because I'm like, that's not my problem. Like, this person has an issue. Like, you have an issue. And I feel sorry for you because you don't know how to deal with your situation. My hair has oil in it, okay? So it's not this thin, it has oil in it. I'm doing an oil treatment, okay? So don't even say anything about my hair, all right? Thanks. So this is what this is about, okay? So yeah, so I'm just letting you all know, if you see arguments in the next few days, if you see people getting divorced, announcements of divorce, people being suicidal, like, if you see these things, it's because people are not accepting the new cycle. They're not accepting the new era. We're in a new era now. This is not the same. It's not the same as it was before. And I asked all of you, and you guys can answer, you guys and gals, you can answer, do you feel the shift? Do you feel the change in energy? Because I do. I feel the change in energy, and I'm going with it. I'm not denying the change. And I'm certainly not holding on to old shit. If something isn't for me, I'm like, it's not for me. Thank you. It's not for me. And I move on. I don't waste time. Because remember, Time is the currency that you can never get back. You can always make money. You can always learn something new, but you can never get time back. Once time is gone, time is the only currency that you cannot measure. I'm going to say it again. Time is the only currency that you cannot measure. You can't go into an account and measure how much time you have because maybe tomorrow is your last time. You don't know. So why would you waste time on something that you know is not for you? Conflicts, arguments, jealousy, hatred, anger. If somebody tells me, oh, you're the problem. Oh, you're the reason why I'm like this. You're the reason. First of all, I'm not the reason why you're anything. You are going to take full responsibility for yourself. If you cannot take full responsibility for yourself as an adult, then you deserve to be alone by yourself because you're projecting onto everybody else. And remember, we are in the era of Aries, Saturn and Aries. So what people are doing, the reason why there's conflict is because people don't want to take responsibility for themselves. They're looking for somebody to blame. They come up on YouTube and they're like, let me find somebody who I can put down so I can feel better about myself. So it has nothing, when somebody is angry at you, controlling you, putting you down, abusing you, they're doing that because they have a problem with themselves, not because they have a problem with you. If you tell somebody, look, you need to do this, this, and this, and it's coming from a place of love, it's coming from like, I want to see you do better, but you don't want to do better for yourself, then how can I help you? I can't help you if you don't want to help yourself. So you're going to see a lot of this in the news cycle. You're going to see a lot of people projecting onto other people, getting pissed off at other people, blowing up on other people because they don't want to do the work on themselves. And what happens is it creates separation. And this is the twin flame journey, right? Where, you love somebody, but that person doesn't want to do the inner work on themselves. And a lot of people, the truth is, a lot of people, they get into relationships because they don't want to look at themselves. They want to preoccupy themselves with someone else so they don't have to do the work on themselves. So when you meet somebody and they haven't done the work on themselves, don't expect that person to change. Don't expect that person to show up better than they were when they met you, because they are who they are when they met you. People don't want to change unless people don't want to change unless there's pressure to change. And the pressure to change is happening now. That's why I said to you, I stayed quiet. I didn't say anything. I was like, okay. I'm like, let these people say their crap to me. Let them do their crap. I'm just going to sit quiet. I'm just going to be quiet, and you're going to self-destruct. You are going to self-destruct because you're choosing to avoid the growth that you need to take within yourself. And that's why I'm saying to you, when I do my readings from a place of wanting to see you grow, not a place of, oh, let me stroke your ego, let me make you feel better about yourself. No, I'd rather be honest with you and tell you, look, this doesn't look good on you. You need to take it off and you need to put something on that's a little bit more flattering to you. That's the kind of person I am. So now it's your responsibility to look at your life and do an inventory check and see what relationships, what people, what situations do not align with you. If something doesn't align with you, you need to be honest with yourself, because if you're not honest with yourself, what's going to happen, I'm warning you right now, what is going to happen is there's going to be, how can I say this to you in the most easiest way? You know, when there's a leech and the leech is stuck on you, and you try everything you can to get that leech off, and no matter what you do, you can't get it off, and it hurts. It hurts to take that leech off. It's almost as if you are going to have to be ripped apart from something that you really don't want to be ripped apart from, but you need to. A lot of you don't realize your blessings, Your prosperity, your growth, it's not happening because you're still attached to things that you're not supposed to be attached to. So, this is a reminder that in this new cycle, you need to recognize what is not in alignment with you. This is what Aries and Saturn is teaching us. This is what Neptune and Saturn is teaching us. Neptune with Saturn conjunct 0 degrees in Aries is saying, look, what is fantasy and what is reality? Saturn is reality, Neptune is fantasy. So now all the lies, all the BS, all the garbage, all the crap is coming to the surface now, and it looks bad. A lot of people are like, wow, is my life really like this? Yes, your life is really like this. What are you going to do about it now? Are you going to continue to ignore it? Or are you going to look at it for what it is? Because we were living in this era for a long time, Neptune and Pisces, where everybody was like, oh yeah, it's so nice. It's amazing, isn't it? And everybody was going along with the BS. Everybody was so infatuated with the fantasy. And it was really hard for Saturn to do its job there because Saturn is comfortable in Pisces. Saturn is like, it's kind of nice in here, you know? But Saturn being in Aries, it's not comfortable because Saturn shows you your BS in your face. I don't have to tell you your BS anymore. The BS shows up. You wake up, you look in the mirror, you're like, oh God, I got to work on that. You know, you hang out with some friends that you've outgrown. Oh God, I got to work on that. You know, you show up, let's say, to a party and, you know, maybe you're a little bit not confident within yourself because maybe you've been eating too much or you've been, you know, not focusing on going to the gym and maintaining a diet and being the healthy version of yourself, and you feel conscious about yourself. You know, you go to this party or you go to this gathering and you're like, why does everybody look good and I don't? Because you haven't had that discipline within yourself. You need to have self-discipline. You want to attract the right person in your life, you need to have self-discipline. You need to be the one who's critical of yourself. Don't be critical of other people. It's a waste of time. You coming here and telling me I look a certain way or I'm this or, you know, you need to be nicer to your kids or I don't care. My life isn't going to change if you comment on my channel, but your life will change when you start focusing on you. So this is what this era is about. It's not about arguing with someone. If somebody says something to you and you don't like it, you can say, okay, and you can still go do what you want to do. Because one thing you need to remember, when you die, you're going to die alone. You're not dying with your kids. You're not dying with your partner. You're not dying with your family, your friends. You're dying alone. You came in alone. You're going to go out alone. So you need to be happy with you. And I promise you, if you're not happy with yourself, there will be a time where things, circumstances in your life will force you to face. And I love it. I love Saturn. I love the malefic planets because it forces us. It forces us to change. It forces us to evolve. And you know what? I like pain, not because I'm a sadistic person, but because I want people to become the ultimate highest version of themselves. What is the other point of us being here if we're not going to become that star, that glowing higher self image of who we're meant to be? So conflict, anger, pain, trauma, those are very beautiful things. Don't ever, ever, ever shy away from that. Don't ever mask your pain. Don't ever try to diminish your pain or your suffering because that's part of your growth. The more you run away from these things because you want to numb yourself by either doing substances or, you know, getting into a relationship, because there's so many people that get, like I said, there's so many people that get into relationships because they're like, I don't want to face myself. I don't want to face myself. I don't want to, you know, like, you know, those people that can't be alone. If you cannot sit in a room with no TV, no phone, no nothing by yourself, it means you need to do the work on yourself. That's what it means. So you need to do the work on yourself. So remember, don't just come to this channel saying, where's my reading? I just want to hear a reading. No, stop, put the brakes, stop demanding. You need to look within yourself, because if I tell you the truth, you're not going to like it. You're not going to like if I tell you the truth. You're going to hate me. And I don't care. I don't care. I don't care if you hate me, because I've been through so much shit in my life that if I told you how much crap I was gone through, you would say, I don't care. I've been through crap myself too. We've all been through stuff. Okay. So just remember, when you come here, this is a reminder, you're coming here to elevate yourself, not to just get some cheap tarot reading to get you through the day. You're coming here because you're saying, what do I need to work on? And I love this era, because this new cycle, I hope you're all ready, because I know I've been making promises. I've been like, yeah, guys, I'm going to do this. The timing wasn't right, but the timing is coming now. The timing is coming where we're going to get into some real deep stuff, and we're going to really unveil we're going to not only unveil, but we're going to unpack is a better word. We're going to unpack the things that you have been avoiding within yourself. And when you start to truly connect with your higher self, you're going to say, why didn't I do this sooner? Why was I avoiding this? Why was I this? Why was I that? And remember, life is like a gym. If you go every day, okay, and you work on your muscles, you work on your getting closer to your higher self, you're winning. But the more you deflect pain, the more you run away from it, the more you get angry, the more you get triggered and you blow up on people when they do something to bother you, instead of reflecting. This is how this cycle is going to be for a lot of us. And it's not going to be fun. It's going to be very difficult. But I'm here for you. Remember, I'm here for you. I'm like your friend, your virtual friend, okay? And I'm not judging you. I'm not. I understand the situation, okay? I understand the situation, and it's okay. We're growing together. That's why I'm doing these check-ins, because even though my channel isn't monetized yet, I'm still here for you. I'm showing you who I really am. I really am genuinely here because I want to be here, not because I need to get a paycheck. Paycheck is nice, money I can make all the time, but time I can never get back. The time I can never get back, right? So my phone is almost about to die. I'm going to have 30 seconds to answer any questions that you have. And hopefully there's questions that will help the general community, okay? I will answer any questions that you have about this message, okay? Let me know. I have 20 seconds, and then I'm about to brush my teeth and rest. So do you have any questions about this? And if it resonated with you, then the timing is right. Spirit guides want you to see this message. It's intended for those of you who need it. Somebody asked, what can we expect from now until Easter? Well, I'm glad you asked, because I'm going to inform you of what's happening. There's going to be a blood moon on March 3rd. And it's happening in the sign of Virgo. And remember, Virgo is a perfectionist sign, and it's ruled by Mercury. And guess what? The blood moon is happening during Pisces retrograde. So this is the final tit, the final tat. What does that mean? If you don't let go of what is not serving you, Aries is you. Aries is me. Aries is the baby. Aries is you. What do I want? And this is going to be the time where everybody says, oh, he's so selfish. She's so selfish. Yeah, you're supposed to be selfish. There's nothing wrong with being selfish. You need to care for yourself. Why do you think when you get on the plane, they say, put your oxygen mask on first before you help anybody else? Nobody said that the flight attendant who told you that information is a narcissist, did they? No, because that's common sense. And unfortunately, common sense is not common anymore. Everybody wants to twist the reality, like we did when we had Neptune in Pisces. Everybody was like, oh no, that's fine. That's fine. It's fine. We'll just bear it. It's fine. There's no more bearing anything anymore. Reality is showing up in your face. It's saying, hi, I'm reality. Do you like me? You're like, hell freaking no, I don't like you. And then reality's like, and then Saturn comes in and Saturn's like, well, then do something about it. And you're like, oh shit, I got to do something about it. And and Saturn's like, well, duh, yeah. And Neptune's like, no, 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 it's fine. And Saturn's like, no, it's not fine. So these two planets are clashing, not clashing, but they're working together to show you something that needs to change in your life, right? So to answer your question, what's going to happen? What's going to happen is we're at the final end of something. And Pisces, Mercury retrograde in Pisces is cleaning, it's sweeping all the bullshit that is still kind of, when you do a cleanse or when you do like you're cleaning and then there's some particles there and you still haven't picked up the little pieces of dust on the floor, and you see, Virgo is a perfectionist. So when Virgo cleans the room, she's getting every speck on the floor. And when she sees one little speck, she's like, what's that? What's that there? And Pisces is like, oh, it's not a big deal. It's fine. I'm just doing my painting. It's not a big deal. I care more about the vision than I care about the details. And Virgo's like, no, you need to look at the details, right? So these two planets, it's the final end until we change the nodes of the moon. And the nodes are connected to destiny. So anytime you have an eclipse, it is affecting destiny. So when somebody says, oh, it just wasn't meant to work out, it wasn't meant to work out because it's not a part of the nodes. It's not a part of the destiny. Sometimes something is not for you. And that's what this is talking about. So when Pisces retrogrades and we have the blood moon in Virgo, Virgo is saying, you better look at the freaking details. And Pisces is like, no, but I care about the vision. What about the vision? And Virgo's like, I don't give a shit about no damn vision. You need to get all the details, all the dust, get all the dust and the particles out, because you cannot create the vision long term if you're missing important pieces. So this is what's happening. And when when Mercury is retrograde in Pisces, the blood moon is saying, listen, this is your final chance to clean up the dust that you still have here that's creating problems in your life. And and as we get closer and closer to this lunar eclipse, everything's going to get more intense. There's going to be more fights, more arguments, because people don't want to let go. A lot of people are afraid to let go of their old life, their old way of living, their old attitude. It's like comfortable for them, right? It's like, oh, I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable, so I'm going to keep eating donuts. Or I'm comfortable in this shitty marriage or this shitty relationship. I'm just going to endure it. I'm just going to put up with the abuse. So it's up to you. But just remember, if you ignore it, you're not going to evolve. And you're just going to create diseases and problems for yourself. So that's what we can expect. I hope that answered your question. Okay, I'm going to take one more question because my phone's on 2%. It's literally going to die in a few seconds. But if somebody has one more question, I know this message is very intense. But I'm an intense person. So don't for themselves. Thank you. And I realize I'm one of them, always pointing fingers, but not looking in the mirror. Congratulations. You deserve a medal. Congratulations. You're one step closer to evolving to your higher self. Congratulations, Melissa Banks. I'm proud of you. Thank you. I'm glad I can help you with that. I'm so happy for you. Are you following the markets? I am following the markets, but I'm in cash right now. I'm not buying anything now because we're just about to have an eclipse, a blood moon. I recommend getting out. If you have anything, if you're investing now, I recommend getting out and wait until things settle down, because now is not the time. Now is not the time. Just hold cash if you can, or I don't know, invest in high yield savings if you're like worried about being in cash. When is the best time to manipulate the energy for our best future? Casting spells and petitions. You know, if you're casting spells and doing stuff, it's all about your intention. And it's also about how much you believe in your intention. You have to believe in what you're doing. If you don't believe in what you're doing, it's not going to work. You can do spells all day, but if you don't have confidence within yourself, it's not going to work. Okay, so you have to start there. That's my advice. As a mother, explain about your breastfeeding journey and also mention the challenges you faced during that period. Um, Breastfeeding my first child, I didn't breastfeed. The second one, I wanted to because I wanted to have that experience as a woman. I like being a woman. I like being a mother. I love being a woman. I love it. Like I love being a mom. I pumped milk. I also had a lactic consultant talk to me. I did it for 5 months. And after that, I said, I'm not doing this anymore because, I was working and it's just, you know, it was good experience for me. But pumping, I was pumping and then we were traveling, we went to Hawaii and then I said, I don't want to travel and pump. And then I had my older son and, but a lot of it was using a machine to pump. I wasn't really breastfeeding. And also when you breastfeed, at least for me, my boobs started to sag and I was like, I'm gonna lose my boobs. And I don't want surgery. I don't like, if you want to get surgery, you can, but I don't feel I'm a candidate for surgery because I'm a mom and I don't want to have complications. I want to be functional for my kids. And to be honest with you, as long as I'm happy with my body, I don't care. Like I'm confident within my skin. I'm not trying to impress anybody. I don't, if I do something, if I get my lips done, if I get my face done, if I get my butt done, I'm doing it because I want to, not because I'm trying to impress somebody. So I think it comes down to what you're comfortable with and what you like. But also I felt like breastfeeding was having a toll on my mental health because hormones. A lot of you used to say like sometimes I would come on the channel and I was super emotional. Like my hormones would be up and down. But that's normal. I'm a woman. I'm not going to be like neutral. I'm just going to be myself, right? Somebody asked, will the past haunt us again? Well, the past will haunt you if you don't let it go and accept what doesn't work. The question that I want you to leave with, and I'm going to go because my phone's on 1%. I'm going to end this. I'm going to leave you with this, okay? If you are avoiding things in your life, you need to be honest with yourself, okay? If you are shying away from things, avoiding things, running from things, you need to face things. The more you face things, the more you grow. The less you deny things, the less you project on other people, the more you're going to grow. And it has nothing to do with somebody else. If you're in a relationship and you're pissed off at that person, you need to be pissed off at yourself because there's something about you that you don't like and you're looking at that person. And here's the thing, if you ask your partner and you say, look, I want you to do this, and they don't do it, then you need to start doing it for yourself instead of expecting it from that person. And if that person doesn't want to support you in what you're asking them to do, then maybe the relationship isn't for you. We need to stop idolizing relationships that are not healthy. This is another thing with Aries because Aries is directly opposing Libra and Libra is relationships. So listen, I'm going to talk more about this. I'm going to get more deep into it, but I'm only going to get deep into it for my people who are part of my community, which is coming out very soon. So you can join the community. You can learn about astrology. You can become a better version of yourself by following me there. Its content is only going to be exclusive to people who are part of that. So I will keep you updated. I'm so sorry that I can't answer the other questions. I would love to, but my phone's going to die and it's almost midnight here, okay? I will update you as the days go on. I'm going to update you as we get closer to the blood moon, okay? Because that blood moon is going to be really bloody, okay? And you want to make sure that you're protecting yourself and you're prepared, okay? So watch this video again. Make sure you're taking notes of what I said to you, and I will update you, if not tomorrow, the following day, okay? I love you all. Be at peace within yourself. Don't project onto anybody. Meditate, relax, learn to sit in the room by yourself and look at what you need to change and work on, okay? This is a 36-year cycle. We're going to do it together, Okay? I love you. We'll talk soon. Okay? Have a peaceful day. Rest. You can do your work, and you can relax. Okay? We'll talk later. Bye bye.